All right, let's get into your upper body warm up. We're going to start in a seated position, whatever is comfortable for you. And then I'm going to have you bring one arm across the body, grab the back of your elbow, and pull into your body, feeling a stretch all throughout the back of your shoulders. We're going to hold this for about 5 seconds, and then we'll switch to the other side. All right, same thing on the other side. We're going to do this a total of twice on each side to start out this upper body warm up. Switching now to that first side again. And once more on the other side. All right, staying in this position, we're going to do a forearm stretch. So grabbing your fingertips and pulling them backwards, however is comfortable for you. Just holding this for a few seconds. And switching to the other side. And one more on that first side. All right, finishing out on this last side. Okay, from here, we're going to do a torso rotation. So you're going to take one hand, bring it around behind your body, that other hand on your opposite knee. You're going to rotate your torso to the side, trying to look over your back shoulder. So I'm looking over my back shoulder, holding this rotation. And then switching to the other side. All right, once more on that first side. And one more time. All right, next we're going to come into child's pose. So coming up off of the butt, we're going to come onto the heels instead. You can just sit back on your heels and then bring your arms forward, stretching your arms as far forward as you can and stretching your bum as far back as you can. You should feel stretch all throughout the big muscles of your back. We'll hold this for about 15 seconds, so a bit of a longer hold than the other ones. And then coming up ever so slightly, I'm going to have you take one hand underneath one arm to thread the needle, bringing that shoulder and ear to the ground. And switching sides. Switching sides again. We're doing this a total of 2 times on each side. And last one. Okay, in this same position, I'm going to have you now tuck your toes so you can lean back on them. You're going to take one hand, press it onto the ground, and then try to force your armpit to the ground. And you should feel a really concentrated stretch right in the upper side of your back, right underneath the shoulder. And we'll switch to the other side, a bit of a shorter hold on this stretch. All right. And last one. All right, and then we are going to flip over onto the back. So I'll have you lay down on your back, and you want your low back to be in contact with the ground. So you don't want your back to have any space underneath. You want to make sure you're tucking your tailbone and keeping that low back on the ground, and that's going to help you to engage your core. So from here, we're going to do some pelvic tucks, where you just let your back relax and there might be a tiny little arch underneath. And then you're going to tuck your pelvis and engage the low core. We're going to hold this for 3, 2, 1, and then release. And we're going to do a total of 10 so that we're engaging the core. That way it can be active throughout the whole workout. So that was 1, tuck, hold for 3, 2, 1. That's 2. Tuck, hold for 3, 2, 1. That's 3. And I like to place my hands on the side of my hips right here just so I can feel my pelvis actually tucking. And so we'll do tuck. This is hold for 3, 2, 1. That's 4. And then when you relax, you're not intentionally arching your back, you're just letting those muscles go. Tuck, hold for 3, 2, 1. That's 5. Tuck, hold for 3, 2, 1. That's 6. Tuck, hold for 3, 2, 1. That's 7. Tuck, hold for 3, 2, 1. That's 8. Tuck, hold for 3, 2, 1. That's 9. Last one. Tuck, hold for 3, 2, 1. Okay. One more exercise in the warm up. What we're going to do is tuck the pelvis for our setup, and then I'm going to have you bring your feet up and then bring your arms up. And then I'm going to have you alternate. You can do a full dead bug where you alternate bringing opposite arm, opposite leg back, or you can do a modified dead bug where you have one knee bent and you do opposite arm, opposite leg back. And so we're just going to do 5 for a total of 10 if you count both sides. So I'm going to do the full dead bug. So this is 1 on one side, 1 on the other side for a total of 1 rep. Now we're going into number 2 and 2. We're just doing 5 and 3 and 3. Make sure you're breathing, keeping your core tight through the entire motion. This is 4 and 4. And last one is 5 and 5. Perfect. All right, and optional, if you would like to add one last thing, add in about 5 to 10 push-ups just for a warm-up of the chest muscles. It's not required, but it can help if you're doing something like a bench pressing motion today. Doing 5 to 10 push-ups to get those muscles moving in more of a pressing motion is also a great option, but not required. I hope you have a great upper body